Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Hello, welcome to the channel again. It's Fate. I just genuinely looked at my YouTube section about Zone Zero and just saw Saintontas make such a terrible video again. And it's about the myasma effect mechanic that's coming to the Zone Zero 2.0 patch. I'm gonna try my best to neutralize the situation while Saintontas is basically doom posting the entire time. So let's start.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to make a video today that I actually didn't really want to even make. And this is going to be about Zenless Zone Zero, the rampant shilling that's been done for the newest units, and the ever-growing difficulty of its endgame modes to the point where it's becoming more and more inaccessible unless you want to go ahead and play the game like it's a job, or just pull the newest units. And this is...
Okay, I want to stop here for a second. Claiming that we're shilling as casuals newer characters that seem more shiny and more new, like let's say Yishuan as of the moment. Why is this brought to the argument? This does not make sense. Every single character in the game can clear, and I don't understand why it's hard. It might be harder to complete content with previous units, but they're still perfectly viable and can clear with sufficient time. So Saintontas' argument of saying that we're shilling characters based off of the new shiny look is just not valid.
the thing. It's about Yishuan today. It's about the new Shiyu defense. It's probably about a mechanic that's going to be in the newest Deadly Assaults as well later on in the patch. And I've been warning people about this for the longest time. And the only thing that has been occurring, is people going ahead, being super elitist about the game, telling me that, oh, you just suck, and that's why you think HP inflation's a problem.
First of all, yeah, you do. Let's not take this out of the equation. You do suck at the game. You managed to not complete the content with Nicole, Astra, and also Miyabi. That says a lot. So...
And they're not taking anything very seriously at all in the community. As I've constantly said, day after day, video after video, that the game is slowly becoming Honkai Star Rail due to its rampant power creep, HP inflation, and every single new character being endlessly shilled in the endgame content, and the content becoming super fucking unmanageable and a complete pain in the ass unless you decide to pull them. And it appears...
Is there legitimate proof? I will ask, is there legitimate proof of this being a fact? Because I have proof. Literally on YouTube. Let's go to YouTube and find Deadly Assault clears. Deadly Assault clears of, let's say, Nekomata. Yes, there are clears. There is literally clears. Maybe, like, it might be because they have Mindscapes. Let me see. Mindscape 3, I do not know about Nekomata, but these are being done with one character too. I do not know where this is coming from. Like, the deadly... What about Shiyu defense? Shiyu defense, let's see. Shiyu defense clears with Evelyn and also Soldier 11, Corrin and Billy team. I don't know where he is getting these claims from. Like, I don't know where he's getting these claims. So before you talk out of basically your butt, like, please have some evidence. Have some legitimate evidence of, like, what you're talking about, because from what I've seen with my evidence that I've shown you with the YouTube, like, videos that have been posted, there is pretty much no issues.
appears, ladies and gentlemen, that this is exactly what is taking place in Zenless Zone Zero 2.0 based off of early access footage for the game by multiple CCs that has been verified by those multiple CCs. And so what I wanted to do today was actually get right on into it, see some of the summaries that individuals who are also concerned about the game's path have been sharing, and the overall community response to what is undeniably some of the worst shit that could have ever happened to this game.
So for most of the part, basically Saintontas was talking about like him like warning us about this rampant power creep, which I full-heartedly disagree. Like you just like doom posting the entire time. But also he was talking about how Yixuan from the Reddit source claimed that Yixuan's the only character that's able to deal with the myasma mechanic, which Reddit is a secondhand source, and I just don't fully believe what happens or comes from Reddit fully, so I will only trust from content creators that have had early access beta test servers, or from just going into the actual game when it launches. So from that, Saintontas has claimed from one of the early access beta test server videos that basically the myasma mechanic is like the worst thing ever, because the team with Penyon Hu, Yixuan, and Caesar basically showed that the EX special from both Caesar and Penyon Hu was extremely low and did barely no damage to the myasma bar, but I'll show you the video right now.
So we're on Yixuan over here, right? We switch over to Caesar and then press our EX skill. Let's take a look at both the myasma bar as well as the HP bar of this boss. We hit and deal absolutely no damage. Our EX skill did 0 damage to its HP. Actually, I think I can see like a millimeter. That's probably less than a millimeter of movement on the HP. And we did that much damage to its myasma. Second stab, another microscopic reduction in its health and slightly more of the myasma bar going down. Then we go on to the Panda, our defense agent. And we press his EX skill. Let's see it. Let's see it. I didn't even, wait, I didn't even see the myasma bar move. The fact of the matter is that every agent that isn't Rupture deals depressingly low amounts of damage to the myasma bar and deal no damage at all to its HP. This essentially just gives them, I assume, like 95% damage reduction from a shit ton of defense as long as the myasma is up. And Rupture agents do two things. They ignore defense and also deal increased damage to the myasma.
So like you have seen, Saintontas was right that indeed, in fact, the myasma bar did not deplete when Caesar and Penyon Hu used their EX skills, but there's a common misconception because Saintontas later down the line would just roll out the video and say like Yixuan's the one who depletes the like myasma bar super fast, which is true. But there's a common misconception that he brought and spread misinformation because one of the YouTubers that I watch, Hako, had actually had access to the beta test servers, and he claimed that myasma is depleted from the use of dodge counters, defensive assists, and ultimates. So watch this clip.
Now, what the people that may or may not know that are like, saying this is that we can actually go read about miasma shields in the random play. We can take a little bit of a look at the book. And the book tells us that in order to get rid of a miasma shield, we need to damage it. Certain things will damage the shield more. And those things are ultimates, dodge counter, and defensive assists. And if you play into that, the boss is kinda easy. I'd rather face this new boss than, the Raptor that just jumps around and shoots missiles, 100%. And the tactic I found to be the most successful is during the first stun window, you use your ultimate on your main character, like your main carry, but you save your other two ultimates. When the boss enters into his miasma state, then we pop the ultimates, we pop the EX special attacks, and the shield will be almost gone.
So like we have seen in Hako's video, yes, indeed, those three are the main ways to deplete the myasma bar if it stays consistent with the launch date of 2.0. And this disproves the misinformation that has been going around saying that myasma is only applicable to the units of Yixuan and other units are not usable against this boss. That is not the case. It states specifically at the random play that there is different ways to bypass the myasma effect without needing a rupture unit, and there is no clear statement that rupture units even have an advantage. So let's finish the video.
Hopefully, after this, people will begin understanding why people are saying ZZZ is now the new HSR. That it's overly shilling different characters, that it is making it a requirement to pull on their limited banners, otherwise you're just in store for one of the worst experiences in gacha gaming. Hopefully, it's been a lot more clear. And I'm only doing this, I've only made this content for one simple reason. Because I actually thought that the game was pretty good. I actually thought that the game had a lot of potential. I had fun playing parts of it. Playing a lot of it, actually. But this, to me, this doesn't look fun. This doesn't look fun unless I have Yixuan. This looks fucking terrible if I don't have this character. And if I do have her, it's gonna feel terrible not using her fucking signature because I'm gonna have 35% less damage. And hopefully, maybe after this, maybe after 2.0, fuck it, maybe after 2.1, this community will open their eyes to the fucking disaster that is unfolding in front of their faces. Because it's been happening since the release of Hoshimi Miyabi, but everyone put the blinders on and said it was okay, she's a void hunter. Great, go void hunt your fucking way out of this shit, idiots.
Well, I gotta say, it's really diabolical for this man to actually speak within this community. It's actually diabolical. He literally cannot take his words and shove them down his throat. He cannot take back his words. He is so down bad for his garbage take on HP inflation and trying to get confirmation bias for his own take to make himself feel validated for his ego. If it's otherwise, then tell me so, but I just genuinely do not think that this man is with good intentions. He has actively been doom posting, spreading misinformation, claiming that the anniversary rewards were overrated, and just started pounding over us, and I just genuinely cannot believe this man has the audacity to actually come to the content creator space and say to the community, I am genuinely doing this out of the grace and God of good. I can't believe this. And if he's gonna talk about freaking Miyabi and how we're so blinded, sure. Look, maybe Yixuan is gonna be broken. Maybe. I don't know. That's the future of the game. But you making this active misinformation is absolutely unacceptable, and you have to apologize. This is not okay, and doubling down and just constantly going at it is just not making things any better. We don't want you here. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm so tired. Subscribe, I don't know. Just please leave us alone. Our community does not need you. Anyways, bye.